To provide a quick vote of thanks to the Chancellor, please welcome Michael Miller, the Managing Director of Hitachi Australia.
Good afternoon. It's my great pleasure to get the opportunity when I came here today to make this kind of congratulations to Peter and a vote of thanks. But I guess one of the things that I didn't expect was that I'd learn something insightful about the Prime Minister today, and thank you to Faith for sharing with us that the Prime Minister was wearing tracky dacks like me when he had his vax shot. So, Faith, did I get that right? But anyway, thank you. I would like to make sure that I recognise as well the traditional owners of the lands on which we meet today, and pay my respects to elders past and present, and to all Indigenous people who are present with us today. My personal gratitude for the opportunity to represent all of you to make this vote of thanks to Peter. I think it would be remiss to say that not only in being awarded the Pimaway Prize has Peter represented Western Sydney, but has selflessly given 30 years of leadership to this country in public service. And I think we should all be grateful for the contribution that Peter has made. What I find absolutely astonishing is the synergy that exists around the Pemulwuy Prize. I think many of you will have heard already today what an outstanding, selfless and courageous leader Pemulwuy was. And in fact, despite some fairly significant challenges with respect to his own personal injuries, he was ultimately a warrior that led his team. He led his people, and I think the analogy with the contribution that Peter has made to Western Sydney and the contribution he's made to public service in this country should not be lost on any of us. Pemulwuy was described as a carroty man, which I think broadly translates into a clever man with supernatural powers. And I think when I reflect on the contribution Peter's made over 30 to 40 years in this country in both his capacity as an educator and leading Western Sydney Uni, and the various roles that he's had establishing the Department of Multicultural Affairs, as the head of ATSIC, as the Chief Executive of Comcare, let alone the other contributions he's made around employment and workplace relations, where he led that department for a number of years, and then ultimately a difficult transition from 2003 to 2008 in the Prime Minister and Cabinet role, and ultimately the transition from the Howard government to the Rudd government. It's hard to argue that we aren't dealing here with an outstanding, clever man with supernatural powers. So I'd like to ask you all to join with me and thank Peter and congratulate Peter on the award, and to raise a glass for Peter for his future health and happiness. To Peter.